sick of spending all your time just chopping up footage for social media every single week? Trying to play social media Tetris with the perfect posting times is honestly the most exhausting part of content creation. I found a tool recently that finally automates all the annoying, repetitive steps in the entire content lifecycle. Imagine having a massive 45-minute interview or a long live stream recording sitting on your hard drive right now. There are absolute gold moments, those viral snippets, hidden deep inside that long-form recording just waiting to be found. You should be finding those genuine laughs, the insightful hot takes, and the one-liners that will crush on Reels or TikTok. But manually rewatching every second of that content just to mark timestamps is simply not feasible in today's world. After that, you have to cut it perfectly, format it for different aspect ratios, and schedule each piece individually. Honestly, just repurposing one long video can feel exactly like taking on a whole new full-time job assignment. This is precisely where a game-changing tool like Vizard completely flips that entire frustrating workflow on its head. The process is incredibly simple. You just upload your entire long video file directly into the platform system. Within just a few short minutes, the AI-powered system does the heavy lifting to find all the best performing snippets. It's not just haphazardly pulling random clips. It specifically finds the exact parts the current platform algorithms actually favor. We are talking about finding those incredibly punchy moments, raw emotional peaks, and genuinely memeable audience reactions. What I really love is that satisfying, almost magical, auto-edit viral clips kind of feeling you get immediately. The underlying artificial intelligence actually analyzes the pacing, the energy, and even subtle audio cues to select only the winning moments. You get to easily preview every single suggested clip right there within the intuitive dashboard interface. If one clip needs a slight creative nudge, you can tweak it instantly, or just trust the AI completely and move on with your day. It's genuinely like having a brilliant junior editor sitting next to you who instinctively already knows what gets audience traction. This single feature alone saves me such an unbelievable amount of precious time in my chaotic weekly routine. Instead of dedicating an entire wasted afternoon just to editing one piece, I can knock out a whole week's worth of shorts in one focused session. Then you get to the scheduling part of the process, which is honestly insane in the absolute best way possible for a creator. You no longer have to be permanently glued to your calendar application or constantly checking notifications on your phone screen. You simply set your desired posting frequency, perhaps exactly 3 clips every single week, and let it run. The tool then automatically schedules and publishes everything across all your linked platforms without any further intervention from you. Say goodbye forever to manually uploading every single file, resizing for every platform, and retyping captions 10 times over. That automatic scheduling functionality is a total game changer for anyone who desperately needs to maintain true consistency. Let's take a moment to discuss the content calendar overview itself, which I used to manage absolutely terribly before this. I was previously juggling notes in Google Sheets, a Trello board, and countless draft posts scattered across multiple apps. Vizard successfully consolidates everything into one single, beautifully intuitive dashboard for planning, managing, and editing. Need to quickly push a clip live a day earlier than planned because of breaking news or an event? You can simply drag that content block on the calendar, drop it on the new desired day, and you are instantly finished with the change. If you want to see the entire rhythm of what is queued up for the upcoming week, it is all visible at once. When your creative tools aren't actively fighting against your workflow, staying strategic and ahead of the game becomes significantly easier. Now, I know there are other video editing tools out there that can be quite good in certain specific ways, which is fair. However, many of those alternatives often completely miss that crucial element, the full end-to-end content workflow capability. Some of the professional editors offer amazing manual control, but then they expect you to handle all the heavy lifting yourself moving forward. Other tools might be cheaper or even free to use, but they typically only export one file format and offer zero help with long-term planning. Descript is certainly cool for its unique transcript-based editing capabilities, which is a strong feature, for instance. But that platform can get quite pricey once you start needing licenses for an entire editing team to collaborate effectively. Furthermore, it doesn't solve that complex cross-platform scheduling puzzle nearly as seamlessly as Vizard handles it automatically. CapCut is fantastic for those quick, on-the-fly mobile edits you need to execute immediately when inspiration strikes. Yet, it still often feels like a manual, time-consuming grind when you are dealing with truly hours of raw footage to process. For any creator seriously trying to scale their output, those other dedicated tools often leave vital pieces of the content puzzle missing. Vizard, on the other hand, masterfully pulls all those disparate, separate pieces together into one cohesive system. The true goal isn't just about making clips faster. It's about building a completely repeatable, high-volume content machine. Think of this software as a powerful content engine that is purpose-built for massive distribution. You feed in your massive, long-form source material, and the system spits out ready-to-post snippets automatically formatted. It then lines those perfectly polished snippets up on your publishing calendar and even hits post automatically for you at optimal times. Crucially, you still get to remain the ultimate creative director in this streamlined, automated production process. You define the exact right tone, you personally tweak the AI's suggestions, and you add your own unique brand context. All of that tedious, repetitive, necessary busy work is completely taken off your plate for good, allowing creative freedom. Here is my personal typical way of integrating this powerful feature into my standard weekly production day. First, I drop a fresh, long recording directly into the Vizard interface to begin the initial analysis phase. After the artificial intelligence finishes scanning the entire file, I quickly skim through the suggested highlight clips for review. I might nudge just a couple of those suggested moments that I intuitively know will drive high viewer conversion rates. Then, I simply set the consistent posting cadence, perhaps Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the known peak audience times. Next, I'll add a few highly relevant hashtags and a short, punchy caption, or I just let the tool draft one based on the clip's context. After that quick setup, I finally go and do something genuinely useful, like writing a brand new script or planning the next big shoot. Or frankly, I just take some much-needed time to actually rest and recharge my creative batteries before the next batch. When those high-impact short clips finally go live, I receive instant mobile notifications instead of being chained to the upload screen. This frees up my active, focused time so I can then dedicate it entirely to engaging directly with the comment sections. Another massive feature I truly appreciate is how Vizard handles scaling operations across multiple content pillars. If you are managing content for multiple different shows or client brands, this specific functionality becomes absolutely key. You can set up completely separate, isolated workspaces for each distinct project to maintain absolute clarity. Every single workspace diligently keeps its own set of assets and its own unique posting schedule totally separate from the others. This is the crucial step that ensures that nothing ever accidentally gets mixed up between different client channels or shows. Yes, separate workspaces in these types of professional platforms usually mean separate subscription tiers. That is industry standard practice now. But it makes scaling your output across multiple different entities totally feasible without any accidental posting mistakes slipping through. If you tried achieving that same level of separation manually, you would absolutely need a dedicated assistant or an entire process team. Vizard simply compresses that massive operational workload down to almost nothing, making you incredibly efficient. If you are worried that the final output might sound too automated or sound overtly robotic, please do not be concerned about that. The initial AI suggestions are absolutely intended to be a helpful starting point, not some final, unchangeable verdict you must follow. You always maintain the ultimate power to recut anything, change the opening hook, or adjust the accompanying text on the fly. The core philosophical idea is not to replace your unique, genuine voice, but to ensure your perspective is heard far more frequently. Many creators wrongly believe that any form of automation inherently makes their content feel somehow fake or insincere to their audience. The actual proven truth is that consistency and high frequency are the real keys to building lasting audience attention over time. The more you can consistently get your genuine perspective out into the feeds, the better the odds are that the right people will eventually discover you. Vizard just makes it physically possible for you to achieve that necessary high output without heading straight toward creator burnout. Here is a practical tip to get started right away with a very high success rate for quality clips. Set a simple, achievable goal for yourself, like posting exactly 2 short clips every single week for the next 30 days. Then put a dedicated creation block right on your personal calendar so you commit the actual time to batch recording your material. When you do sit down to record, be intentional about including 6 to 10 clear potential micro moments within that single recording session. That provides the AI something high quality and substantial to actually work with, building a healthy backlog for your content pipeline. I usually set aside a dedicated half day to batch record all my long-form content at once for the entire upcoming cycle. Then I let the automation handle all the heavy lifting for the next 2 weeks while I pivot to innovating on brand new creative ideas. If you compare Vizard's output to traditional team-based editing workflows, the resulting time savings are completely glaring and obvious. Hiring a dedicated video editor and a separate scheduler for even a small creator channel adds up financially very quickly. Even when you manage to find great freelance help, managing those external people always introduces potential delays and style inconsistencies. Vizard ensures your turnaround time for repurposing stays tight and completely predictable, which matters when trends move fast. You will probably still want a talented human editor for your flagship, big-budget, highly polished production pieces. But for the daily work of repurposing and turning long videos into snackable content, this tool is 10 times faster than doing it manually. I absolutely must also mention the effortless cross-platform formatting capabilities that are built right into the system. You completely avoid needing to export separate video files or manually cropping the footage multiple times for every single platform requirement. Vizard intelligently helps adapt that same core clip to look native on every platform with minor, platform-specific edits that polish it. That tiny extra layer of native polish noticeably increases your engagement because nothing feels awkward or poorly cropped in someone's feed. One more small but significant detail is how version control and in-platform comments streamline team collaboration massively. Instead of sending massive files back and forth over Slack and constantly losing track of the latest version, this avoids that entire headache. Everyone involved works within that single shared environment with clear ownership assigned to every single change made to the asset. That level of shared clarity actually speeds up final approvals and drastically reduces the number of costly human mistakes that happen. Okay, so for full transparency, not every single aspect of any tool is entirely perfect, and that is just realistic. If you demand absolute hypergranular manual control over every single frame and second, you should stick with a dedicated NLE like Premiere or Final Cut Pro. Also, if your channel is extremely brand sensitive, you will want to manually build in a stricter human review step before anything is allowed to go live. Depending on how many brands or shows you personally manage, the overall subscription budgets can definitely increase due to those tiered features in separate workspaces. But when you truly weigh those small potential trade-offs against the sheer number of hours you save weekly, it is an undeniable net win for most creators. The ultimate bottom line is this: if you are serious about scaling your channel without letting content production consume your entire life, you must try Vizard. It expertly transforms your great long-form ideas into short, punchy, high-energy videos and auto-schedules them so your consistency never falters. This tool will never replace your core, irreplaceable creativity, but it makes getting that creativity seen by the world way, way less painful. So set that simple goal, block out your batch recording time, and let the automated pipeline start running for you today. You will likely be surprised by how much more content you produce while spending significantly less time wrestling with the mundane busy work. Try it just once on one full episode or a recent live stream to see what moments the AI automatically highlights for you first. It is a genuinely low-friction way to achieve massive scale in your content output without completely sacrificing your sanity in the process. I can absolutely walk you through a full sample workflow next, showing exactly what material to record for the best AI detection. We could also dive deeper into how to tweak those AI-generated captions for maximum click-through rates and the best posting cadence for reach. But honestly, just start by uploading one single piece of content and closely observe which highlights the system automatically selects for you. You might look up one Friday and realize you published twice as many posts as you originally planned and still had free time left over to brainstorm your next big idea.